What is up, guys? Today we're gonna be working on the boat. I need to do a couple things. It might be a couple different videos, but we got ourselves some new upgrades. So as you can see, this is the fish finder stuff that we got. We got the Helix 5. We got this tracker. I'm pretty sure this came factory with the boat. And then up here on the front deck, we have this Eagle, I don't know, CUDA 300. So we don't really have a whole lot of technology on our boat, but now we got something cool. We ordered ourselves the fancy Helix 9 Gen 4. Look at this thing. Man. Woo! Look at the difference in size of this thing right here, guys. Look at this. It just dwarfs that thing. So the cool thing with this is this one does side imaging, our other one does not. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mount this guy probably up here, something like that. We're gonna move this Helix 5 to the front, and then I'll probably eliminate this guy here. So I got to read some instructions. Christy's gonna be hanging out with me, and we got the dog wandering around. So yeah, came with a bunch of stuff. Looks like we got a cable here, cable of some sort, some more cable, some mounting hardware. I believe the transducer is in here somewhere. Yep, there we go. There's the transducer. That's the cable for the transducer. This is power, I'm imagining. This is a bracket. Then also inside of this box I ordered the RAM mount. So the RAM mount's got a little ball, it'll come up and it'll be all nice. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and mount our Humminbird 9 today, and I'm really excited. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Okay guys, so we have removed both our Helix 5 and that factory tracker fish finder, and this is where we're going to go ahead and mount our gimbal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and it says on the box that you want to mount your screen first before you mount the transducer. I'm imagining because it you got to figure out how you want to route your cables. So here's our, oh boy, it's got some weight to it. That's pretty cool. This is our RAM mount right here. So these things are really cool, pretty heavy duty. Okay, so it's all made of steel, there's nothing plastic. This is your base. It didn't appear to come with any mounting hardware, which no big deal. Maybe that's in some of the other stuff. But this is where the screen will mount, and then this is what's gonna mount to the boat. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'll probably set this thing up somewhere in here or so. I'm gonna mount the screen to it, and then I'm gonna figure it out and make sure, because I don't want the screen hanging off the side of the boat, so it'll probably rotate over, and I'm gonna get it tucked over this way as close as I can. So we'll go ahead and do that and see what it looks like. All right guys, what we have here is we have our RAM mount. I went ahead and dug up some nuts and bolts. So we'll go ahead and see what we can come up for this guy, I guess. I'm gonna put a washer on there, slide it in the hole. Maybe not. Fits in the bottom one. Don't fit in the top one. Too much powder coat. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill these holes out a little bit bigger so we can get that hooked up. Okay guys, all I'm gonna do is take my drill bit. I'm gonna ream these holes out a little bit and then try it again. So I don't want to do this over the boat necessarily, so I'll turn you guys this way so you can see. And now, turn you back over here, take a ram mount, and mount it like I originally talked about. Take my bolt, put it through the hole on the bottom. I got a lock washer, and then the nut. All right, guys, we got that tightened up, ready to go. Again, I just wanted to show you guys the difference in size here. This guy's 5 inches, this guy's 9 inches. Well, boys, I hate to say it, but I guess size really does matter.
Can't say that on YouTube.
Why not? Okay, guys, I opened up this package and I took these little rubber grommets out, and I got my little screws for the side of this thing. We'll go ahead and screw them in here, kind of get them started like that. And then we're going to take this big boy and we're going to set her on in here, just like so. Maybe. There we go. There we go. Kind of tighten it up. The cool thing with this gimbal mount, oh, this one kind of moved on us a little bit here. There we go. What the heck is going on? There we go. Okay, like I was saying before, the cool thing with this gimbal mount is I can make this thing straight, so no matter how it's sitting on this, or the cool thing with this ram mount, so this is the gimbal mount and this is the ram mount, sorry. So the cool thing with the ram mount is when I loosen it up, I can tilt this thing however which way I want it. So that's pretty awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and set this guy up here, figure out roughly about where we're gonna want it to sit. Then we'll drill our holes and go from there. I think I want to try to bring it about. I think I want to bring it about right there. I think if she sat flush right there, I think it'd look pretty good. What do you think, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Think that'd look all right?
Yeah. It's not too far off the edge.
Nope, I don't think so. So that's where we'll mount it, guys. And that's where our new Humminbird Helix 9 is gonna sit. All right, guys, as you can see, we got our big screen TV mounted. I just drilled a hole through the top cap here, put this bolt in for now. This thing didn't come with mounting hardware, so I'm gonna go to Home Depot and see if I could find some Allen heads that are tapered like that, so it can be nice and smooth and look nice. But as you can see, if you look down the side of the boat, it's definitely further inside. Even if I turn it just a little bit, just like that, gets to get a little extra room. But yeah, there's our 9 mounted, and now we'll start running some wires. All right, guys, so since I already had a Humminbird installed here, I'm just gonna cheat and reuse my power cable, and then I'll run a new power cable to the front. But for now, we're just gonna use this. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this section, and this piece of paper is going to explain to me how I need to mount our transducer and where it needs to go on the boat. And then we can hook that up to our power. Like I say, I don't have a whole lot of stuff all I have, this is pretty much our only fancy fish finder. So here's our transducer. It's only going to have two things. So it's going to have the transducer and then it has power. So this install should be very simple. So I'm going to go ahead and read through all this, figure out where and how I need to mount the transducer, and then I'll show you how we do that. All right. Okay guys, here we are back at the back of the boat. What I'm doing is I'm removing the transducers that I already had. All I had to do was pull this up, and there's some screws under there. I don't know if you guys can see them, maybe. There we go, yeah. So I just pulled this up. I'm gonna pull these two screws out, and this is where my new transducer is going to go. And I'll probably pull this one out as well because I don't believe I'll be using it anymore. So yeah, and then we'll fill those holes in with silicone. And yeah, so I'm gonna get these unscrewed and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, here we are back at the bottom of the boat. We have our mounting bracket here. We're gonna go ahead and get her set up so she goes right here, like so. And I'm just gonna go ahead and, because my boat is not necessarily all the way level, it's not too far off, but I'm gonna use this. Well, let's check this bottom ridge maybe. We'll just set it up with this bottom ridge here. Let's see how far it is. Okay, so I know it's hugging. Needs to drop down on that side just a little bit, but that's no big deal. So I'll just set the bracket up to be the same as what this line is, and that way when the boat's in the water, she'll be nice and level. We'll be good to go. So we're gonna drill our hole here, and I'm just using the sizes that it said to use. Drill one hit. Okay, just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna mount that one. Take a little bit of silicone here. I'm gonna cover it with my screw. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then I'm gonna fill these two holes in. Boom, just like that. We'll go ahead and take our bracket here, just like so, with a screw. And we'll stick her in the hole here. Pretty easy peasy. Alrighty. I'll grab me a socket because this is about to be a pain. Okay guys, here we are back at the top of the boat, and this is the mount that goes on our transducer. So this guy is going to sit on here just like that, and then we're going to take a screw with a lock washer, stick it on here, and install it. So we're going to do that 5 more times, and then I'll tighten them all up, and then I'll show you how we put it on the bottom. Okay guys, here we are back at the bottom of the boat. We've got our transducer mounted to the bracket. Now we're going to mount our transducer to the bracket. So what I have here is the 2 bolts, and we put washers on them, as you guys can see. First one's gonna go in here, like so. Oh, hold on. There we go. So there we go. Like that. And like this. Okay, and then we take another washer and nut. That. Same thing on this side. There we go. And these are nylock nuts. So once we tighten them up, it won't come off of here. Got a 1/2 inch wrench and a 1/2 inch wrench. Tighten them up. Now it said that it wants it running at about a 5-degree angle down from the boat. So we'll go ahead and set that up. Get it as close as we can. And then we'll route this cable up and over into the hole and tie it into the back of the unit. It also said, because this is a side imaging, you don't want anything in the way of it. So it needs to be able to have a clear view of the side. The boat can't be getting in the way. Now this thing is pretty cool because if it gets hung up on something under the water, at least it looks like to me, it'll bend up out of the way and hopefully you don't break it off of there. So there's that. I should be clear of pretty much everything. I have a degree marker that I could check this with to make sure it's perfect. I could see what the bottom of the hole is and then set it at 5 degrees different. So I'm gonna go grab that and I'll just show you how we're gonna do it. Okay guys, here it is. If I turn it on, you can see how the degrees change. So what I'm gonna do, move this stuff out of the way here. I'm gonna slide under here. I'm gonna see what the bottom of the hole is sitting at right here. It should say in 4.6. So that would mean this has got to sit at about 9. So we'll take this, we'll angle her down, pull her down just a little bit more, just like that. And there we go, right at 9. Awesome. That's ready to go, guys. Now all we gotta do is route the cable. Okay guys, like I said, all I did was run the cable. I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie her there. I zip tied it there already. Runs in here, runs along the inside of this right here, runs underneath here, comes up, boom, pops through the hole. I'll run it up and I'll run it through the hole we got here, plug it in, and she's done. All right guys, we got our plug hooked up in the back, cables ran. Turn it on and see what happens. Oh man, we got power. Isn't she lovely? Menu. freshwater, English. There we go, guys. That's what our Mega Down imaging looks like. I stand corrected. This is Mega Live, guys. Mega Live, not Mega Down. We're in 25 foot of water.
How much is going up now?
Check that out.
Water temp 60 degrees.
Different side imaging. Look at that. Wow. This is a simulation mode. So it's showing fish on the one side and structure and all kinds of stuff. So heck yeah, guys, I'm excited. We're moving on up in the world. And now we got us a Helix 9. How you feel, honey?
I like it.
She likes it. So this is what she's gonna be looking at while I'm fishing up front. All right, guys, that's how you install your Helix 9. Pretty simple. And we'll see you when we do the front section. All right, guys. See you on the next one.